Phil Thomas. I was named after the guy who played Thomas on Miami Vice, despite the fact that I was born before the show started. Anyway, my story is about my first impression and my last impression of a young woman. We were set up on a date, and things were great. Things were just easy. Sometimes, believe it or not, you get into a relationship where things are just easy with a person. Talking is easy. Walking down the street, easy. Grocery shopping, easy. Other things. But what I started to realize after time went on, that first impression, ladies and gentlemen, unlike most circumstances, it didn't pan out. As time went on, I just began to notice that things were just a little too easy. Things just started to plateau, and I kept thinking, well, maybe this relationship will hit its stride. Maybe things with me and this young woman, let's call her Sue. Maybe things with me and Sue will just all of a sudden let that spark. I'm sitting down to lunch with one of my friends one day, and he says, Phil, how are things going with you and Sue? And I'm like, yeah, things are okay, It'll pan out. He's like, no, you have to break up with this girl. I'm like, no! Just give me just a few more days. He's like, no, you gotta break up with her. When are you gonna see her next? I'm like, I'm supposed to see her tonight. He's like, break up with her tonight. Meanwhile, at Sue's house, there's a knock on the door. She opens it. It's her creepy next-door neighbor, and he's holding an entire crate of school milks. You know those tiny little milks you used to get? He's holding, and he goes up to her and he goes, hey, do you drink milk in this house? And she goes, yes. And he hands her the crate and goes, enjoy. And walks off. She's standing there holding an entire crate of school. They're so tiny. They're small. They're yellow and white. They're school milks. She's holding about 40 of them, and she goes, you know what? I can't drink all of these. I'll bring some over to Phil. Meanwhile, back in my place, pacing back and forth. How am I going to do this? What am I going to do? What am I going to say? There's a knock on the door. She comes in. I say hi. She walks in. I'm like, we need to talk. So I give her my reasoning. I'm like, things are great, and we have a good time, but there's just that spark. There's no spark. It was sparkless. So I give her my reasoning, but she went to law school, so she doesn't have any of that. And she goes, and she's just throwing stuff at me. I'm trying to dodge it. I'm pulling my matrix out. Finally, after 20 aggravating minutes, she's like, well, you know what? I don't agree with you, but your point is made. I see you've made up your mind. So her eyes started welling up. She's about to start crying. I feel really bad. Tears are coming down her face. And she, her bottom lip is quivering. And I feel awful at this point. And then, just all of a sudden, she goes, well, at least take the milk! And she grabs her school bag, and she unzips it, and as she stops, I can hear her crying. But all I can see are her pulling school milk. She's throwing them out there, she's throwing them on the counter, one after one. I'm just staring. I am staring at the counter as all these tiny little school milks are just piling up. They're so cute. How could they be involved in something like this? And she's just sobbing as they're piling up. Just milk after milk. She zips up her bag. She is crying. She's screaming. She's going down the stairs. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? As she stormed to her car and opened the door and slammed it shut and drove off, I couldn't help but think of the moral of the story. Why buy the cow? When you could have the milk for free. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.